Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like part of why I was so fascinated in doing this book is because my path was so different. It's because I wasn't only, and because I almost felt, odd. I didn't go to business school. I never thought I'd be in a career for 22 years. I was a little brazen in how I showed up. I always spoke my mind. I always said what I wanted to do. Shared who I was. Like even in that list that I described to you. So I was surprised when I would meet friends or meet colleagues and they didn't all feel that, right? Or people would say to me, how do you do it that way? And so that's part of what the genesis of the book was. I think for myself, I realized, being assertive or, being clear, direct, I called it, like being direct comes at a price sometimes. And I did pay that price sometimes. I think there were times where, you get called a lot of names, especially as a woman, when you are very direct or when you say what you mean. And I think, I don't know that I picked my battles, but I definitely felt at times there was a price to being that direct. And I think I definitely hear that from the women I speak with. I think the bigger issue that comes up is the toll that takes, the toll that telling your truth, that's kind of some of the wording I'm using in the book. The price that telling your truth takes on you is showing up is in really fascinating ways for these women. And it showed up for me, I think, sometimes. I ended up getting pretty sick. It's part of one of the reasons I chose to leave corporate America for a while. And some of the women that I'm meeting, the most surprising thing, hands down, is that so many of them are ill, and there's these mysterious illnesses. They're not, a clear-cut diagnosis, but it's stress related. And I think that's another fascinating aspect of what happens when people conform too much or people give up parts of themselves to show up in spaces.